Hello and welcome to an unboxing of Santorini. This is a Pantheon Collector's Edition, kindly gifted by Roxley Games. The feel of the box is deluxe. This is a game for 2 to 4 players, lasts about 20 minutes and is for ages 8 and up. You can see the lovely quality on that. It's rather heavy. Use the power of the gods to build a beautiful village and be the first worker who rises to the top. Learn it in 30 seconds, play it for life. It's won these awards, over 450,000 copies sold worldwide. Tabletop Game of the Year. Move one of your workers, build a piece with a worker, and if you reach the 3rd level. Well, it sounds very straightforward. Wow, look at these gorgeous bags. Incredible quality. What's inside? Some 3D miniatures. Wow, a golden one. What's in here? A lovely dice. These look like some standees and tokens. And on the side it's got a backing diagram, so it shows you how everything goes back. These look like the domes that go on top. Parts of the building. Nice printed box. More buildings. Wow, this is quite heavy. Like a 3D base. Godly contributors. Ha! This looks very nice. All like cards. Wow, it's a very nice card box. Rolled out. So this is the front of that 3D base we saw earlier. See some of these cards? They're very sturdy. Wow. Gorgeous artwork. They look like they're in alphabetical order. It's a lovely insight into Greek mythology. Some helpful play aids. Different modes. Recommended matchups, that's useful. Oh, it tells you a bit more about their powers. So the other card packs are actually expansions, and it says play many games with the base before opening this expansion. So wow. Oh, it can spin as well. I suppose that this sits on this. Another nice base layer. And finally, the rules. So this is the shortest rule book probably I've ever seen. It's literally one sheet. That's a lovely box setup. You are Greek gods competing to maneuver your workers and build a beautiful village. First player to move up to level 3 tower wins. Setup. Assemble the cliff and ocean board. One player takes our team list and places 2 workers of a chosen colour in different spaces. The other player takes the meter and places 2 workers of a different colour in unoccupied spaces. Our team list is the first player. She takes the first turn. Move one of your workers to a neighbouring space. When moving higher, you may move up a maximum of 1 level. When moving lower, move down any number of levels. Build. Build 1 time on an unoccupied space neighbouring the moved worker. Builds can be up or down any number of levels. Use the appropriate block dome shape for the level being built. Each god grants a unique power. A god's power can break the rules. Winning and losing. You win immediately if one of your workers moves from a lower level up to a level 3 tower. You lose if you get stuck, meaning you cannot move and then build during your turn. After you've played your game, start using mode cards to set up. Each mode offers a unique way to play. There's a classic way, 3-player, 4-player, a fun and chaotic party mode, god cards, and a glossary, and the components. Let's take a look at these expansion cards. So we've got Seasons of Chaos, Soaring over Olympus, Tales of Poseidon, and Hiding in the Underworld. Let's take a look at this one first, Seasons of Chaos. So it does recommend you play many games with the base gods before opening this expansion. There's something for every season in the Santorini expansion, including 17 exciting god powers and 2 great new game modes to try. 17 god cards. 1 mode, Golden Fleece. You only have your god's power when you are next to the statue, but watch out, it moves. And the other mode is Chaos Reigns. When a dome is built, all the god powers are reshuffled. You must adapt or fall. And it looks like it references these other figures, which I have to dig out in a moment. Game mode, the Golden Fleece. 2 to 3 players, and a different setup for 4 players. Use a start player who selects a recommended matchup. So what's great about this is always showing what works for 2-player, 3-player, and 4-player. Mode rules. At all times, only face-up god cards have powers. The space with the Golden Fleece is frozen. Before your turn, force the Golden Fleece to the closest unoccupied space, shown by the die. Then, if at least one of your workers neighbours the Golden Fleece, set your god card face up, otherwise set your god card face down. Roll the die. Oh, interesting. And then this is the other game mode. So choose a start player who randomly grabs 10 god cards with this icon. Each player discards a god power back to the deck. The deck is shuffled and each player is dealt a new god power. At all times, each player has a god power that is currently face up in front of them. So who have we got here? Oh, Jason, leader of the Argonauts. I love how they do the symbols. It makes it a little bit more intuitive what is going on. Roll the die. Oh, freeze the neighbouring space. Kratos. Let me select a block with nothing on it. Force the selected block 1 space. Whoa. Move an opponent worker. Is your move worker. Oh, that's fun. So some of these gods look familiar, like in them in other places. Pandora, the first woman. Oh, this is the place in your workers. Roll the die and hide it. And simultaneous for each worker, force in 1 space shown by the die. And move off the edge. Wow. Awesome. So just to show that this is the Golden Fleece that came with this expansion mode in the dice. Let's look at this expansion now, Soaring over Olympus. Take to the skies with a ton of added expansion content, including 17 exciting god powers and 2 great new game modes to try. Mode 1, Harmonious Test. Partner up, one partner moves and the other builds, but there's no communication allowed. The other mode, Chimera's Flight. You have a powerful pair of gods, but you can only ever use one of them at a time. Interesting. So, as usual, it's got some recommended matchups. All recommended pairs. It looks fun. So placing your workers, roll the die. You may force one of your workers onto a dome in the direction shown on the die. Remove that dome, then move and build with this worker. Now let's look at this one, Tales of Poseidon. Cut through the waves with a ton of added expansion content, including 17 god powers and 2 great new game modes to try. Mode 1, Trojan War. The gods are fickle and you must adapt to an ever-changing roster of available gods to win. And the other mode is Circa's Curse. Your god is active while your workers neighbour each other. Separate them at your own peril. For your turn, claim a god from the centre and put it in front of you. No gods in the centre, all players must return their gods to the centre. And the other mode, standard matchups. Only face-up god cards have powers. What does he do? If your unmoved workers on the ground level, they may build up to 2 additional times. Let's look at this expansion now, Hiding in the Underworld. This looks very spider orientated and it shows you what components are related to this expansion. You get another 17 gods and 2 new modes. Nyx's Vow. Nyx will lull your god to sleep. Complete tower quick and pass Nyx to your opponent. The other one is Manticore Shadow. 2 gods are better than 1. Fuse 2 gods together. So again, it explains recommendations and how to play. Very much the underworld. So for each expansion, it shows you what components go with that expansion. And then what happens is, as you play the gods, they give instructions which ones are relevant. So this one, for example, has got a mini map behind the shield. So this is the mini map here. And all of these components are really nice quality, very thick, very sturdy. This is the screen for hiding the mini map. You can see place little workers, which are these tiny little tokens. They're lovely acrylic tokens, and all of the tokens that come with this expansion are very nice and sturdy. So there's a few mini map challenges. This one is about dream tokens, which look like this. And we've got a border miniature. With that border, creates things like frozen spaces. If at least one of your workers neighbours it, you may move it. Also when if the border reaches the 3rd level. Okay, and then we've got one that uses this abyss marker. Anyone's worker enters the abyss, that player loses immediately. That here. Then we've got weave tokens. You may take a weave token, place it on an unoccupied neighbouring space at the same or lower level. Opponent workers cannot move out of spaces with weave tokens on them. What it looks like. Then in one of the modes you use this token. And this is the miniature for Sisyphus. We can move boulders. Now let's look at, for this expansion, the accompanying tokens and miniatures. So this one is about placing 2 soldiers, and they look like this. They come on standees, and they're acrylic standees, very good quality. So what do you do with those? They're treated as workers, but you can't win with them. Interesting. Right, this one talks about whirlpool tokens. The 2 unoccupied whirlpools. When a worker will move onto one, then instead forced to the others. Use of history. Place an ancient coin token on each of the first 3 blocks the workers build. Ancient coin spaces are frozen. Echo. Place an echo token on any god card held by another player. Echo acts as a duplicate of the card. Morris. Place 4 doom tokens and 4 workers of your colour. Doom spaces are frozen. And they look like this. You must force any doom token to the space you moved out of. Now we're looking at the tokens for this expansion. So got Aeolus. Place the wind token sunny side up beside this card, so it's got 2 sides. You may turn over the wind token. If you turned it to the windy side, point the arrow in one of the 8 directions. No worker can move directly opposing the arrow's direction. It's about this new figure, Talus. Place Talus and your workers in unoccupied spaces. You may relocate Talus to an unoccupied space neighbouring your moved worker. Talus's space. Helios. Place the sun token and your workers in unoccupied spaces. Yeah. Your worker moves onto the sun token. You must do 3 things in order. Force your worker to any other unoccupied space at the same height. Build in the sun's token space. Build normally. The sun token space is frozen. Place 1 to 5 sacred tokens. Like that. Then under each, place not 1 or 2 blocks. Then the opponent to your left may choose to swap gods with you. If you move onto a space with a sacred token, you must immediately move your selected worker. Now let's look at the tokens for this expansion. So this relates to Hydra. After placing your workers, place 4 Hydra heads on this card. And they look like this. They're all different actually. Or 2 are the same actually. At all times, the Hydra's heads are treated as your workers. If none of your workers neighbour each other, you may place a Hydra head in one of the lowest unoccupied spaces. Otherwise, you must return 1 Hydra head from the board. Very interesting. So you can see how each expansion brings something new and different, brings a lot of replayability. The full review of this will be coming to my Instagram at Thatboardgamelife.